Ready to get the fit body of your dreams? Welcome to the FITBODY podcast. I'm Julie Laurie, an IFBB fitness pro, certified personal trainer, and nutrition coach. Back in 2004, I created one of the world's first online personal training programs and have helped thousands of women transform their bodies and their lives online ever since. I've been featured in fitness magazines worldwide and even competed on American Ninja Warrior. But my passion is helping women love both how they look and how they feel through balanced workouts and healthy eating. But let's be real, it's information overload out there, and it's hard to know what to do. You need a no-nonsense way to stay motivated and accountable in a world that can feel like it's swirling around you. My mission is to take away the guesswork for highly driven women ready to supercharge their metabolism and get to their personal best. Welcome to the FITBODY podcast. Have you ever wondered, is it possible to be fit over 40? Have you seen women in their 40s, 50s, 60s who have incredible abs and perfectly sculpted butts? Are they spending hours upon hours in the gym and snacking on celery all the time? If you've ever wondered if it's possible to be fit or to stay fit or to get fit over 40, I have some really good news for you. It is possible. In fact, I'm proof. Just before I turned 48 this year, I took part in a fitness photo shoot that ended up on the cover of our newest FITBODY magazine. I'm a wife, a mom, an entrepreneur running the FITBODY brand. Let me tell you, time is tight. I definitely don't have the luxury of spending hours upon hours a day working out and planning meticulously every single ounce of food that I eat. Let's just say this fit woman over 40 has an appetite. I actually happen to like celery, but I'm also partial to burgers and wine too. So how do you do it? How do you become fit over 40? Just after menopause, yep, I am postmenopausal, with hormone shifting, skin sagging, and your energy waning. Whether you're noticing that it's easier to gain weight now or that the same old tricks that used to help you drop 10 pounds just aren't working, I'm going to share with you today some of my best secrets for keeping fit or for getting fit if you are over 40. Women that are fit over 40 know that vegetables and fruit are nutritional gems with tons of nutrients and super low in calories. That's not even talking about the fiber. Veggies in particular are super filling and help stave off hunger, allowing you to eat less total calories in your quest to stay fit. I suggest filling your plate half full with vegetables for lunch and dinner meals, and then including fruit as a snack once or twice a day. Whole fruits like grapefruit, berries, along with leafy green vegetables are excellent choices. Fill up on your fruits and your vegetables. Don't be afraid of them. You really have to start your morning right. Breaking the fast first thing in the morning might not be in vogue with the latest intermittent fasting gurus, but I can tell you that including a healthy breakfast packed with protein has been a recommendation of health experts and doctors for ages. And for a good reason. A healthy morning meal can curb early afternoon hunger. It helps you avoid that snack attack in the middle of the day. There's also something deeply profound about starting your morning in a positive direction. When you eat a healthy breakfast, you set the rest of the day on track to keep making healthy choices. Additionally, high-protein breakfast foods like eggs are highly recommended for women as they enter menopause because their protein content and their iron content. Staying fit over 40 means making consistent good choices, and starting your morning with a healthy, nutritious meal is one of the best choices you can make. Ideally, try to get in 70% of your calories before 4 p.m. Additionally, I want you to be your own chef. Whether you realize it or not, restaurants load seemingly healthy options with extra oil, lots of sugar, and butters you don't even realize, and those calories can add up quickly. They also have ridiculously large portion sizes, and that can derail your best efforts to stay fit and healthy. While you don't want to avoid eating out altogether, be sure that most of your meals are cooked at home in your own kitchen. When you're in control of your food preparation, you make better choices. One of the real secrets and keys is also to watch your calorie intake. We all know that eating too many calories causes weight gain, but did you know that too little calories can be just as damaging to your metabolism? Finding that happy medium where you're taking enough to fuel your workouts and your day, but not so many calories that you're adding body fat takes some balance. I recommend that women who want to get fit over 40 start first by understanding their resting metabolic rate. So that's the number of calories that your body burns at rest. If you're more focused on staying fit over 40 and trying to maintain what you already have, then you can take that resting metabolic rate and add 500 to 700 calories to it. Tracking your calories with an app like MyFitnessPal can help you pay attention to your food and make choices for the long haul. I don't want you to have to log your food forever, but as you're getting into a program or as you're beginning to eat healthy, it can be really helpful to log your food so that you know specifically what you're taking in. All too often, I begin training with a new client who is going through that vicious cycle where they're eating too little calories on one day. A few days later, they're starving, so they're significantly overeating. That kind of up and down roller coaster is really detrimental, especially in our 40s and 50s. So that's something you want to get consistent with is your calorie intake. Sugar is the number one enemy of fit women over 40. Sugary coffee drinks, sodas, juices, desserts, energy drinks. No matter where it comes from, that kind of added sugar will spike your insulin and it causes serious cravings. Cut back on your sugar and you're going to avoid extra body fat. You're also going to keep your energy more stable. Make the jump to water or 0-cal drinks and lower your risk of diseases like diabetes as well. So let's talk about alcohol. While there's some research that moderate alcohol intake can have benefits for certain groups, the bottom line is that most alcoholic drinks are full of empty calories that lower your inhibitions and make you more susceptible to snacking. Have you ever noticed that after a beer or two, a pile of nachos and some wings sounds good when normally that's something you would never eat? Not only that, but increased alcohol consumption can increase your risk of breast cancer. For your best results, I would avoid alcohol altogether. Although having 1 or 2 drinks a week in moderation is okay as well. One of the real secrets, though, to staying fit over 40 is staying active. Women that strength train and work out are significantly more likely to stay fit and healthy. They have lower risk of disease and feel better the older they get. For women over 40, there's a pretty simple rule when it comes to muscle. You have to use them or you're going to lose it. While nutrition is certainly an important part of the picture, if you want to maintain the mass you have, let alone build muscle, you have to be strength training. Well, why do we want to build muscle? Why do you want to strength train? It's all about your metabolism. Pound for pound, muscle burns more than double the amount of calories that fat does while your body's at rest. So while you may think of cardio as fat burning, putting on more muscle will actually help you burn more fat while you sleep, while you're sitting on the couch, just living your daily life. This is the key for a speedy metabolism because even the most active women likely spend more time sitting in their 40s, 50s, and 60s than they did in their 20s. Throughout your life, your muscles are constantly going through a state of being broken down and rebuilt. That's part of life. Your muscles grow when the amount of protein synthesized within them eclipses the amount that is being broke down. The trick with lifting weights is that it actually causes microscopic damage to the muscle tissue. And in order to repair that damage, the body starts a period of muscle protein synthesis. And that's increased for up to 48 hours after you stop working out. If you are eating enough protein, you put that together with lifting weights or with your strength training, it's an incredibly effective means of maintaining and building muscle mass for women over 40. Women naturally lose muscle after 40, especially once you've reached menopause and your hormones have changed. Because muscle does burn more the calories than fat, this can slow down your metabolism and it makes it hard to shake those stubborn pounds. Strength training exercises like lifting weights and doing body weight exercises like push-ups and squats at least 3 times a week can help you keep muscle and build it. And then, of course, there's stress. Causes for stress in your life can be wide and varied. Stress has been shown to make people more likely to binge on unhealthy foods. You know, that whole emotional eating and emotional hunger. It makes it harder for your body to break down fat too. One of the best ways to relieve stress is to work out. That's a really good thing since working out helps us build muscle and lose body fat. Well, I'm here to tell you that the old adage of you're only one workout away from a good mood is really true. If you can get over the hump of getting started, you'll be glad you did. That's usually the hardest part, is just showing up and taking that first step. Yoga, deep breathing, meditating, strength training, all of it's going to give you a boost and is going to help lower your cortisol while relieving some stress. If you can't bring yourself to get to the gym each day, going for a walk can actually help too. I want you moving as much as possible. In fact, with many of my online training clients, we set step goals. So hitting at least 10,000 steps every day makes a huge difference in staying fit. Then there's sleep. And we all know that sleep has a huge impact on how we're feeling. It definitely has an impact on being able to stay fit when you're over 40. There's all kinds of things that can keep you from getting the right amount of sleep. Health problems, kids, stress, medicines, and, hot flashes, menopause, changing our hormones, right? Been there, done that. But people who don't get good quality sleep are more likely to gain weight. And if you skimp on your sleep because you're busy or you're stressed, try to change your habits and set a regular routine so that you are getting the amount of sleep that you need. I can't tell you the number of times I've been asked, does sleep actually help you lose weight? Trust me, I get it. We feel like the last thing we have time for is to get sleep, and it always gets pushed back or we have to get up early. As a busy mom and an entrepreneur, it always seems like there's never enough time in the day. And so adding hours of sleep, that's a place where I feel like sometimes I can trim back. With so many important things pulling you in different directions, a lot of times we're putting ourselves last, which means that more times than we care to admit, we're skimping on that sleep. The facts are hard to swallow. Sleep, it turns out, is just as important as your nutrition and your exercise when it comes to losing weight and staying fit over 40. What I thought was absolutely crazy is that 30% of adults in the US are getting less than 6 hours of sleep a night. Logically, we know that the more tired we are, the lower our willpower will be. The times when I'm short on sleep, it's way more difficult for me to turn down a morning donut or to get myself to the gym. I remember when my son was an infant. He struggled to sleep through the night, which meant, of course, mom was up all night with him as well. Each time that happened, I found myself the next day with low motivation, and I ended up eating some kind of sugary treat or overloading on caffeine to help me push through. The truth is, women need 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night in order to really properly function, and that's going to make a huge difference when you're trying to stay fit. Okay, my final tip to help you really stay fit over 40 is to make sure that you are checking with your doctor and having your blood work done periodically. So hormone levels and thyroid are really important when you're trying to stay fit. If you're eating healthy and you're exercising regularly and you still find that you can't lose weight, your thyroid might not be working as well as it should. This happens to a small percentage of people, but it's more common in women and it's more common in women over 60. In addition to gaining weight, low thyroid is also going to cause you to have fatigue. It's going to make your joints and your muscles hurt more. It can even cause thinning hair and low sex drive. So you're going to want to get that checked out because there's medications that you can take which will help. I've worked with many women who are hypothyroid, and once we get their training and their nutrition in good places and their thyroid levels are back to a normal range with their doctors, they're able to really make incredible changes and to be super fit over 40. All right, well, I appreciate you being part of this podcast. And if you have any questions about being fit over 40, reach out. I would love to hear more from you. Thank you for joining me on the FitBODY podcast. Looking forward to sharing more health and fitness information with you soon. Want more information about my online personal training for women or the world's best supplements and protein powder? Check out fitbody.com for more info.